All right, Thursday the 25th, we have our hit Tabata. Oh, did it again. I did it again. I suck at this. So it's supposed to say choose normal or advanced timer. Last month I missed it, I think in week 2 or 3, and I thought I fixed them all, but apparently I didn't because I missed it again on week 4. Boo-hoo to me. Okay, so we have rolling tees out in squat jump, swings, and hand release push-ups. Rolling tees. And remember, you can do this one on your knees as well. Okay. Out in squat jump, out in jump, out in jump, swings, and hand release push-ups. Did I even say that when I first read it? I don't remember saying that. I'm losing my mind. Okay. Either to your knee or full. Okay. So, rolling tees. This one is kind of advanced because it's a lot of shoulder work and balance, and some people just feel like it's too confusing to think about, so they find it kind of difficult. So if you're finding it too difficult, you can go down to your knees. So you start in a high plank position, get a wider stance than normal, and you're just gonna roll to one side. So drop your ankles, go on one hand, the other hand goes up into the sky, and you look at it. Come back down to middle. Roll, drop to the other side, come back down to middle, okay? So like I said, you're basically on one hand if you don't have good balance or whatever, or some people like the rolling back and forth. Like when I get going, I go kind of fast and you might feel dizzy, you might not like it. So if that is feeling too much for you, you can do it on your knees. Or I guess you could start in a high plank, and then when you roll, you would turn just like you did, but you're gonna drop down on your knee. So you're gonna look like this. And then you can hit your high plank if you would like, or you could be on your knee, and then step out. High plank, roll on your knee, high plank, drop the knee and roll, high plank, drop the knee and turn out, okay? So with your roll and your turn out, you want your arm to go up. It should be kind of in a line with the other arm, and you want to look at your hand, okay? And then back down. So when you do that, you're actually working the side. So this one's cool because it works mid and back, side and side, okay? So that's why even if the high plank rolling is too much, if you do it on your knee, you're still gonna work that side. Out in squat jump. So normally when we do squat jumps, we jump from a wide stance, or we do frog jumps from a wide stance. This one, you're doing the opposite. So you're starting out, coming in, and jumping with like closed feet, basically, okay? So that's the trick to this modification. Out, in, jump. Out, in, jump. So when I'm jumping with my feet together, I have my hands in front of me, and I push them back as I jump up. Out, in, push back. Out, in, push back, okay? If you're finding that you can't jump, you can come here and just maybe count out, out, 1, out, out, 2, and just stay low. So you're almost doing like a moving squat, okay? That will still burn. Swings, so we talked about our overhead swings yesterday. We might have talked about regular swings at the beginning of the month, I'm not sure. So these are your regular swings. This is where you hold the weight in between. You do your hinge motion, which means your butt moves backward to the wall, not down, backward. As your butt moves backward, your back goes down as well. That's your hinge. Your knees are slightly bent. Your back stays flat. The weight is between your legs. Thrust it up. And remember, this is on a timer, so it shouldn't be heavy. If you still need to practice, you're just gonna go back, up, back, up. My butt is going to the wall. My butt is to the wall. My back is straight, but it folds toward the ground. I'm not reaching toward the ground. It's just folding because my butt is pushing backward. It's like a chain reaction. When those hips start to go, your knees will start to bend and your back will start to fold, which is why it's called a hinge. And hand release push-ups. So this one, you can push up into kneeling or push up into full, okay? Because this is on your hit Tabata, I recommend doing it to kneeling so that way you can get more, unless you are really, really good at push-ups. I am no longer, because I went so long without doing them because of my wrist, that I can do full, but I still typically just do kneeling. So for me, I know kneeling would be the easiest. If you have to do off of a height, just do a regular push-up off of a height, okay? Because the point of the hand release is for you to start with your chest on the ground. So obviously if you're doing it off of a height, you're already off the ground. So you would just do a regular push-up. So hand release, you start on the ground. So I'm gonna show you kneeling first. You start on the ground, your hands are off the ground. Your hands are off the ground. You're going to put them in position and press up. Down, release, press. Down, release, press. Down, release, press. Okay, so see how I can do much more if I'm just going from my knees, I can go faster. So the point when you press up is that from your knee to your shoulders, everything is moving in a line together, okay? So notice my butt doesn't go up first. I don't only rise up with my shoulders. Everything moves together, okay? Or I can do a push, hand release to a full. So release, push up. Release, push up. Much harder, but if you're good at them, you can go for it. But I would recommend the kneeling just because you're gonna be able to get more done. This also is recommended for people who are not good at push-ups because a lot of times when you're focusing on the down and you can't push yourself back up, you're just never gonna get it. So if you start from down and you practice on that push-up, practice every part of your spine moving together, it's supposed to help you get better at push-ups. I get the idea of that theory, but I think people are just very unaware of their bodies. So I could see somebody doing the hand release and still like leading with their butt or pushing up where it's not together. And then that's not really gonna get you anywhere anyway. So I don't know, you could try it though if you're somebody who struggles, but you feel like you do the release ones well, then you could practice those in place of regular push-ups. But I would do it in front of a mirror or film yourself and make sure that your body is actually moving together, because that is the key of the push-up. All right, one more day.